Hello everyone, thank you for watching Keisha Gray's table. Today we're going to be doing a spaghetti bake, and these are all the ingredients that you would need. You need some ground beef. I got 80% lean, 20% fat. This time I'm going to put ricotta cheese into my spaghetti bake. Just see how it comes out and see how it tastes. You would need I picked the mushroom sauce. And I got some pasta sauce. You would need your garlic powder, your basil, onion powder, Italian seasoning, a little bit of sugar, and some parsley flakes. Don't forget your spaghetti noodles. And I got the rest of this Mexican style 4 cheese. I'm going to finish using that in my spaghetti bake as well as onion. First things first, what we're going to do is we're going to cut up the onion, dice it up really good, and then we're going to start grounding our beef and draining it, and then adding the mushroom sauce. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the spaghetti. You're going to add a little sea salt to your water. This is the water in the pot. You don't want a little bit of water. You want probably put the water over top of your noodle because it starches up really good, and you don't want it to stick. You put a little salt in there. Now you sea salt. And I'm going to use about I'm not good with measurements, so I just take some of the spaghetti noodles and you just wring them until you have enough in your pot that I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess, everybody, but you just break them. I just made a mess. And you put them in there. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more because I just made a blooper. I do bloopers all the time. Just keep going. I'll just keep going. But just do a little at a time and break them. It's still doing it. I don't understand these noodles. And then you just take. I think I'm moving too fast. I better slow down some. Woosah. Okay, so look at the noodles in the pot. You want your noodles. I think that for the dish that I'm going to make, I'm not going to make it too big today. But I think I better put a little bit more noodle in there. And we're going to let the noodle boil down some. Put a little bit more in there. But I break mine because they're long. And I don't want them over top of the water. But that's the correct way to do it. Just down in the pot so you'll just make a big mess all over the place. But that was my blooper for today. So what we're going to do next is take a... and we're going to take our tongues and we're just going to push it down. Push the noodle down in the water. And this is how they're looking. Let them cook a little bit. And while they're cooking, we clean. Do a little bit cleaning up. And then we're going to fry our ground beef while the noodle is cooking. Now you can look in the pot and see that the noodle, it should look like this. So they're just about ready to be drained and everything. I'm going to do a density test to see how soft they are. And while that's going on, what you do is just throw a little down and press on it. See if it's, or you can taste that. It's about ready. So while I'm trying to heat off that, and what we're going to do next is tend to the meat. So we got our ground beef in here, and we're just gonna see how. Let me turn it down some. My smoke alarm might go off. It does that sometimes. Every time I'm cooking in this house, it goes off. So please don't be alarmed if you hear it. But I turned the heat down, and what I'm doing is breaking up the meat, the ground beef. And while we're going to break up the ground beef, and then we're going to add our seasonings inside here. We'll break it down a little bit, but we're going to keep working with it. Let's just add our seasonings first. First seasoning we're going to add is our garlic powder. And it's to your discretion on how much you want to put. I love garlic powder. Then onion powder. Remember, it's to your discretion. Got our parsley flakes. Basil leaf. I don't have too much of this left in here. I'm going to have to buy some more. Just add a little of that. Italian seasoning. We're going to add a little bit of, I do this to any of my pasta dishes. I add a little sugar. Some people may not want sugar in it. Don't put it in it if you don't. But this is what I do. This is my taste. Add a little bit of sugar. And then I'm going to brown my meat. Stir everything up. And then once everything is brown, I'm going to add the spaghetti sauce. I'll be right back. Don't forget, you guys, to add your onion. I forgot about that. Add your onion into your pan with the browning ground beef. Add a little onion and let everything brown really good. So now that we have everything browned, what we're going to do is drain it next. We're draining the meat now, and then we're going to put it back into the frying pan so that we can add the spaghetti sauce. The spaghetti sauces. Now we're going to add our spaghetti sauces. I had some sauce left, so we're going to start with this. And a little bit of that. And like I said, I like my spaghetti sauce. Well, I like my Italian food saucy. Well, my base sauces. So we're going to add the spaghetti. I can't say the word. Spaghetti sauce. And we're going to add some more onion powder to the sauce. At your discretion, how much you feel like is good enough for you. Garlic powder. I'm going to add a little bit more sugar. Some Italian seasoning. And some basil leaf. That's about the end of it. And we're going to turn the fire down low. And we're going to stir it and let it simmer. Get all cooked up in there. And then when I come back, I will show you what to do next. Now that we have all the sauce simmering and everything and bubbling and it's looking really nice and good, I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Add a little bit of Parmesan to the meat. And stir that in. Like so. Let that heat up the sauce and get everything all cooked up in there. About two minutes. While we're waiting on the sauce that's simmering, we can be starting to work on our ricotta cheese. We're gonna open up the container. And we're gonna pour in the ricotta cheese into our mixing bowl. We're gonna add 1 egg. And some pepper. We're opening up 1 egg. And we're gonna add a little bit of pepper to the ricotta cheese with the egg. And you're gonna stir. Now I have the utensils to use, like the whipping, the whipping spoon and all that, but I am packing to move, so a lot of things is out of rotation right now. I can't get to it, so I'm using what I have. This is my ricotta cheese. Now it's time to put everything together. What we're going to do first is put the ricotta cheese into the noodle. Like so. Then we're going to stir it all on up. And this is my first time trying this in spaghetti bake. But, I'm going to try it. And what we're going to do is get all this ricotta cheese all mixed up in here. Then we're going to add, just add, multiplication. Not multiplication, but math. math. Add. So now that we have the ricotta cheese inside of the pan with the noodles, we're going to add our sauce. So we've added our sauce. And what we're going to do is just mix it all up inside here really good, really well. And then, once you get everything mixed up really well, you're going to top it with cheese. And the cheese that I have left is, never feel afraid to use ingredients. I don't like wasting food, so if you have any extra spaghetti sauce in your refrigerator that you used from a meal before and didn't finish the container, I advise you, well, you know, I would encourage you, not advise you, but I would encourage you to go ahead and use it, even with your cheeses. And only use them if they are within date. So here is the final of what everything's going to look like. I'm going to top it with cheese. Then we're going to sit it in the oven until I can't give it a time, but I'll say this until, because everything is done. You just want your cheese to melt. You don't want it to dry out. So just when your cheese is melted, that's when you know your spaghetti bake is finished. So I'm going to cover this with some aluminum foil. And I'm going to sit it in the oven for 35-45 minutes. And I'll be back to show you the finished product of our spaghetti bake. Hello again, everyone. And I just pulled the spaghetti bake out of the oven. And there were some things that I wanted to tell you too, as far as your spaghetti bake goes. When you put all the ingredients together before you put it in the oven, make sure that you put some Italian seasoning on top to garnish it. But this is the last look. I mean, this is the look of how it came out. That looks really good. What do you guys think? I like to hear comments. And this is your spaghetti bake, made at Keisha Gray's dining room table. And so make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Please. Thank you. Bye. And everyone, this is my son with taking the taste tester, and he's going to tell me how it is. Also, this meal pairs with, the spaghetti bake does pair with Cabernet Sauvignon. I can't see it. But Stevie, how does it taste? You like it? My kids don't really like anything, but so they only like fried foods and stuff like that, chicken nuggets and hamburgers and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to know that he likes this. You're gonna have you a big plate for dinner. Okay. Can I get a smile? No? Say hi. Okay, so again, I just had to come back on and say and say that to you, and show you, and like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.